Good morning. Credits to College Board for the wonderful material we are using. Today I will try to explain the questions we took in the quiz. This is quiz 3, and we are dealing with textual evidence questions. And I will start with the first question. Which finding from the student's study would support the hypothesis? We need to know the hypothesis, then we will try to choose the one that supports, not weakens, supports the hypothesis. Let's try to map the text at the very beginning. Linguist Deborah Tannen has cautioned against, this is negative, has cautioned against framing contentious issues in terms of two highly competitive perspectives such as pros versus cons. يعني he is against the competition, against limiting talking about an issue in terms of pro and con, advantage and disadvantage. According to him, this debate-driven approach, debate means the competition. He is against the competition, against the debate, can strip issues of their complexity. He wants to say that if we are talking about something in a debate, the complexity decreases and the topic becomes very superficial. When used in front of an audience, can be what less informative than the presentation of multiple perspectives. So he is with the multiple perspectives. He's not with the debate. He's not with the competition. He is not with the debate-driven approach, claiming that they are less informative in front of the audience. He is with a non-competitive format. Okay, so he is against the competition, he is against the debate, because believing that this data-driven approach is less informative in front of the audience, less informative than multiple perspectives. When we have many perspectives, this is better for him. This is more informative for whom? For the audience. To test his hypothesis, students conducted a study in which they showed participants one of the three different versions of local news commentary about the same issue. واحدة. Each version featured a debate, one debate between two commentators, which he is against this. He is against the debate. He is against with or against. He is against the competition with opposing views. A panel, it's a discussion of three commentators. Three commentators means the multiple. Three commentators like the multiple and the less informative, the debate, the competition, اللي هم التو commentators. He is against the two commentators, against the debate, against the highly competition, and he is with having multiple perspectives like the one with a discussion of three commentators. And we have a single commentator, which of course against him. He is against the two. He is with the multiple perspectives like the three. So of course he is also against the single commentator. This is for what? Information. To whom? To the audience. Okay, let's go through the choices. Participants perceived commentators in a debate as more knowledgeable. This is against the issue because commentators, the debate itself, he is against the debate. But here he's said more knowledgeable. So this is opposite to the text. This is number one. لأن التكست كانت against the debate, against the competition. هنا بيقول إن الديبيت commentators في الديبيت more knowledgeable, which is opposite to the text. وأساسا at the very beginning أصلا it's not about the perception, how the audience perceive commentators. It's about the knowledge, it's about the information we receive or the audience receive. So one way, anyways, A is incorrect. On average, participants perceived it's the same issue. It's not about how they see commentators. It's about the information they gain in the panel as more knowledgeable about the issue than the single commentator. Maybe it's right, but again, it's not about perceiving commentators. You will find the difference. You will understand when you go to uh, C. On average, participants who watch the panel. The panel here is the multiple perspectives. Participants correctly answered more questions, which means in the panel of the three, our multiple perspectives can more informative mean to the audience. So they answered more questions. So it's not about how participants perceive the commentators. No, this is not the question. It's about how informative it is. So the panel was more informative, so the participants who watched the panel discussion, اللي هي multiple perspectives, answered more questions than those who watched the debate or the single commentator. Let's move to the next question of the textual evidence quiz 3. Okay. Which quotation from a scholarly article best supports the assertion? The assertion historians mentioned in the text. Okay, where is the assertion? It seems that this is the assertion. Historians asserted. Historians assertion. What did they assert? They assert that the policy was primarily motivated by, so the aim of the policy was motivated by perceived financial opportunities. So the aim is finance. It's like economic or the monetary value. So the policy was primarily motivated. The aim of the policy is finance and value. Of course, here, King Henry split with the Catholic Church and declared himself head of the church, in part because Pope refused to annul his marriage to Catherine. 2 years, this was the first reason. So that's why اتخانق مع the church. 2 years later, Henry introduced the policy. This is the policy titled whatever, had resulted in the closure of all Catholic in England. Okay, some historians assert that the primary motivation, this is the assertion here of historians, not the text. The historians asserted, confirmed that the policy was primarily motivated not because of the marriage issue, but because of financial opportunities. So let's move to the choices. Choice A, I need this the finance or the value. At the time of the policy, 2% were monks. No finance here. Adult population, where is the finance? I will eliminate A. A description of the policy, testimony that monks were allowed to keep the contents of their cell. Keep the contents of their cell. It's the opposite because he wanted to take their assets. The policy was motivated by perceived financial opportunities. Okay, he split with the Catholic Church and declared himself the head of the church because they refused to let him marry Catherine. Then he introduced the policy against them to close the church and claim the confiscation of their estates. وخد كل حاجة بتاعتهم. So historians believe that this policy was motivated by perceived financial opportunities اللي هو كان محتاج estates and their assets. So did he lead them to keep? This is opposite. طب how can we prove this? I believe C is correct. Before, look, a year before the policy, Henry commissioned a survey of the value of the church's holdings. كان بيشوف value of their positions of the holdings. يبقى that year before the policy. So the policy was primarily motivated by finance, by financial opportunities. لأن هو سنة قبل البوليسي كان عمل سيرفي على ممتلكاتهم وحجمها ايه. What's the value? After a year after estimating the value of their holdings, he started or he initiated the policy. If we go to the choice D, the prices, it has nothing to do with the prices and the shelter. I need something related to finance, so I will match the word value to the word finance. I will match the church holdings, the assets, to financial opportunities. Let's move to question 3. To you. To you, that's a poem. Okay, by Walt. He suggests that readers whom he addresses directly have not fully understood themselves. So who doesn't understand himself? The poet? Walt? No. Readers readers do not fully understand themselves. If I go to D, I will leave all. This is the poet. I need to illustrate the claim. The claim is mainly concerned with the readers, not the poet. So the claim is concerned with the readers who do not understand themselves. So do not use a quote. He's talking about himself. I understand you. I understand you, audience. This is not the claim. The claim is how they do not understand themselves. I should have made I. So I will eliminate it. It's not about the poet, it's about the readers. Huh? These meadows, rivers, whatever. Hey, you, who are you? The readers have not known what you are. Have not known what you are means have not fully understood yourselves.